And here's tonight's feedback report number 1. This kind of feedback ramble, this. How do you feel about people tying knots in their face?
Well, if I think people tie knots in their faces, there must be something wrong with their brains.
I mean, maybe young people, their skin is a bit looser, more supple.
Stretch your skin, can you? I mean,
exactly.
It's proven, isn't it? Yeah. Like, if you tried it today and keep pulling at it, maybe next weekend you'd be able to tie a knot in it.
You could pull your cheeks out and tie it right across in front of your nose.
Oh, yeah, right. You could do that, couldn't you?
Almost like the front of a balaclava or something.
Stretch your ears and tie them across your eyes, couldn't you, really?
Why are they doing it? Why are they tying knots in their faces?
It ain't got nothing to do with getting a job, is it? A lot of them haven't got nothing to say, have they?
Do you think it's a lack of words which causes people to tie a knot in their face?
Lack of political thinking.
So you would say that if you don't educate people, they're going to end up tying knots in their faces?
I would reckon so.
So if a student has one knot in their face, somebody who's studying for a degree, what about somebody who's just failed their O-levels? How many knots do you think they'd end up with?
Well, I suppose you're looking at half a dozen, really, aren't you?
What would be the worst kind of knot to tie in a face?
Well, weaver's knot, because you couldn't undo it again.
So you should do something that you can undo?
Either do a straightforward knot or a bow knot.
Is it worse if you tied in your own face or someone else's?
Their own face.
Even though if they were doing it on someone else, they might not know when to stop and they might be putting pain on that other person.
Well, it depends if the other person wanted it done.
But maybe they get to a point, if they were tying it in their mouth, where they couldn't actually say the word stop.
Well, you're talking about the person who's getting the knot put in?
Yeah. And maybe they thought it was a good idea to start off with, and then they'd arrived at a point where they thought, no.
Well, that's hard. That's
Would you say it's still better to tie a knot in someone else's?
Well, I would say so. As I said, if you put a difficult knot in your face and it's got very painful and you couldn't undo it, I mean, you're the one who's going to suffer the pain.
Imagine if you woke up with a knot in your face tomorrow morning.
I'd feel rotten.
Would you try and do something about it?
I would take myself to the nearest doctor.
It will say, untie this knot, please.
Well, if you can't undo it, cut it out or something.
What's up?